Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nia, and I typically post on Thursdays. However, I'm recently exploring the idea of posting on a different day. So if you see some random day that I'm posting, if you have your post notifications on, just go ahead and view and like that video just so I can kind of see like what day works best for you guys. Or if you feel like it, go ahead and comment down below and let me know when you think that you'll be a little bit more inclined to watch a video for me. Anyway, today I figured you guys that I wanted to get you guys some content, and I have like some backup content already, which is like the first time ever I already am like filming when I already have backup content or I already have something that's like about to post. And I'm like, wow, okay, look at me ahead of the game. But honestly, I just wanted to, since I am on my lunch break right now and I actually have a PD day, so my students are not in the classroom. My classroom looks semi-normal. And I was like, you know what, like let me just go ahead and film some content. And I figured, why not just sit down, have a chat and chew sesh with you guys, and go ahead and have one of my topic talks. So if you haven't guessed yet, my topic talk for this week is going to be teaching talk, talking about teacher stuff, teacher talks. Sure, whatever that title is, it's a working title. But I figured, yeah, let's go ahead, get comfy in your chair, you guys, and we're gonna get into it just a little bit. So without further ado, let's get into this combo. So first things first, you guys, if you are a teacher, go ahead and like this. So that way I kind of know how many teacher friends I do have as a part of my community. But y'all, I really just wanted to dive in with this school year. I know that like prior to it, again, this is all based off of if you have been following me for a while. So if you've been following me for a while, then you know that I typically post on Thursdays. I typically post at noon on Thursdays. And this year already, hecka inconsistent. Like nothing has made any types of sense. Like everything has been posted at random times, or I've been skipping weeks or whatever. This school year, you guys, has been completely different from any other school year I've ever had. I don't know what it is. Now, just to give you a little bit of a background of me, again, if you don't know who I am a pre-K teacher. This is my 6th year teaching, and I teach in South Jersey. And to be quite honest, you guys, like I said, this has been like the toughest year out of all 6 years of my teaching. I have literally felt so exhausted every day. I feel like the kids are winning. Every day, the kids are winning. Like I am sucking right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I have too much on my plate or what it is, but I just know that I'm in a space right now, you guys, where I feel like, is this really my path? Like, is this all there is to life? Like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And if you're a teacher, let me know, like, have you had that feeling before? Is it like just a 6-year thing? When you get to year 6, you kind of feel like you're ready to quit, or you don't know if this is your calling? I don't know, but what I will say is I think that I may have bit off a little bit more than what I can chew this year, and that's just being completely honest. So a little bit of dynamics. I have 13 students in my classroom this year, and in New Jersey, you are allowed to have integrated pre-K, meaning that some special education students are integrated into a general education classroom. All fine, well, got nothing crazy. I'm dual certified. I actually taught pull out resource or POR before as a SPED teacher, so I'm not used to it. I've also usually taught over the summer's ESY, which is extended school year, for PSD students, preschool disabled students, a whole bunch of acronyms. But I wanted to explain how it's not uncommon for me to have special education students in my classroom. Had it last year, whatever. The students that I've had this year have been really, really tough because they are significantly lower. Not all, some of my SPED kids, but they're like, there's a huge disconnect, you guys. Like, I don't know how to explain this. Like before, I did the same type of program last year, and with those students, they kind of were able to like hang with the big dogs, like, or roll with the big dogs, as they say. And like they were, you really could not tell how like developmentally or cognitively or academically or socially low they really were, because they can kind of like blend in. This year, not as much. I can tell you there's been some significant differences this year with some of my students, to the point where I'm literally teaching some students who are about to go to kindergarten next year, because obviously we teach pre-K, so they are preparing themselves for kindergarten. And then I have some students who probably need to do another year or two in pre-K, yet they're expected to go to kindergarten next year. And so it's just been really, really, really tough getting adjusted to that, because I'm just not used to it. I'm not used to my students not, I don't know, being up to par. Like, I don't know how that, I don't want to sound mean or sound like I only want like a certain type of student, because that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that for the flow of how my classroom is expected to function, not all of my students can handle that flow. And so, again, that's just been a really tough struggle, or a really tough challenge, should I say, that I've been dealing with this year. And I'm really trying to navigate it as best as possible. To be quite honest, I do truly believe that there are some students in my room who probably don't need to be in my room. And but I think that that's just like the trick of the trade when you're in education. There are probably at least one student in every class every year that 110% could benefit from being in a different classroom. And so, yeah, out of all 6 years, I'm kind of just dealing with that and just realizing like there are students who probably need a different setting. So there's that. One part of biting off too much that I can chew. I also, or too much for me to chew. I don't know what the saying is. I'm going to stop with these sayings. Anyway, so I also took on a leadership role this year, which is really, really different for me. Not that I'm not capable of being a leader, but I will say that having, how can I say this? I think it's different when you volunteer here and there. Like, oh, I can help you with this. Oh, I can guide you on how to do this. It's completely different from when you are committed to being a leader for the entire school year. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I signed up to be a mentor teacher this year. And I was assigned not one, but two teachers, two new teachers this year. And it's been a lot, like the teachers are great and they're all fine, well and good, but it's very hard kind of getting your own like flow and like what you need to do situated, as well as teach someone else how to get their flow and how to get themselves situated. So I've kind of been dealing with that and not really knowing how to navigate it as best as possible. I will say that I do need to give myself some big ups, even though I feel a little stressed, but I have committed to meeting with them every cycle. And if you don't know, my school is on like a rotating cycle, right? So some schools just have like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And, they have their specials on one of those days that week. My district does a cycle schedule. So we are on a 6-day cycle. There is a fly in my classroom. That's lovely. Um, but yeah, so we're on a 6-day schedule or a 6-day cycle. And so every 6 days, like the cycle starts. So I actually have 7 specials. And one of the days I have 2 preps that day, because one of the days my common planning day. And all that to say, it makes it very challenging for me when I am trying to get my schedule situated and figure out what works best for my classroom, and but also squeezing in on those same days, like can I meet with this mentee here, and I can meet with this mentee here. And it's just been a lot. They are great women. I am truly confident in their abilities. I've been meeting with them, like I was saying, for the cycle. I've been meeting with them once every cycle, which has definitely been more than what I have seen some others do. And I'm not trying to be shady, which is why I was trying to be really careful, but it's the truth. Like, I don't think that most people in the current building that I am take their mentorship as, I don't want to say literal, but as like an extra job. You know what I'm saying? So like when I had a mentor teacher when I used to work in North Jersey, my mentor teacher met with me every Wednesday. Like every Wednesday during our prep, we had a meeting and we were living our best lives. And so that's kind of like the model that like I took and brought it here. And like I'm kind of like seeing some other teachers who are mentor teachers this year not have the same kind of approach. And I'm kind of questioning like, am I doing too much or what? I don't really know, but I just know how I was taught, and I kind of want to implement something similar, if not the same, because I feel like it was so beneficial to have like a scheduled time every week when you knew you were talking to your mentor and you can come to them with all the questions or whatever. So that's just a tip for anyone who is considering any type of mentorship. I don't know what your state or your school district requires of you. I think that my district might be a little bit more lax, or some people just may not be following all the rules. I don't really know. But what I will say is try your very best to have a scheduled point of time once a week or once a cycle or once, whatever your school does. So that way they know like, okay, it's been a crazy, crazy week, but I know this day is when I can get all my questions answered. It kind of brings some like harmony to the chaos, if that makes sense. So, that has been another task that I've taken on this year, which, yes, I get paid for it. It's not a substantial amount. I do get paid for it, and I actually don't even get paid for it until the end of the school year. So I do all the grunt work first, and then I get my reward at the end. But I do feel like, like I said, it has been such a challenge just realizing like, whoa, what did I sign myself up for? I have a lot of different dynamics in my classroom this year that aren't how they were last year. And now I'm taking on not one, but two other people under my wing and kind of guiding them and helping them set their teaching path straight. And I'm like, this is a lot. I didn't think I was capable, but it is what it is. I'm getting it through. I'm trucking through it, should I say? And it's been a struggle, but I know that at the end of the school year, I'll be very, very, very proud of myself about how far I have come and how much of an impact I have been able to put into someone else's life. So I'm excited about that. Another thing, you guys, going on right now, I am very much, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just not in the best headspace, you guys. Like, I will definitely get into a little bit more detail on another topic talk, and I actually am considering bringing someone on for this one. But in my personal life, and I know it's so hard for people to check their personal life at the door, right? Like, they say like check it at the door, like whatever. Like there's a whole bunch of things that you can be worried about at your work, and so you don't need to like take like your home problems there. But I don't know, you guys. I don't know about you. I know about me only. Sometimes it is very hard to separate the two. It is very hard to just sit there and be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to forget about everything that happened before I got here and I'm going to focus on work. Like, no, like it's not as easy as it is. And I know, I don't know. I know it's easier said than done, should I say. But that to say, I've kind of been feeling like a little defeated in my personal life. And so coming into the classroom, it's like almost like a carryover. Like I'm almost kind of like not feeling like my best self in my work either. And that really makes me feel so flippin' sad, you guys. Like I'm not used to this. I'm not used to being on the borderline of burnt out in October. Like I'm recording this on October 9th. I'm recording this video on October 9th. And to say I'm already ready for summer or I'm already ready for like my first break is crazy to me. Like I have never been this over it, I guess, this early in the school year. The behaviors in this classroom have been very intense this year. And honest to God, I don't want to single anyone out. Not that you guys know who I'm talking about anyway, but it's really just one student. Like, oh, wait, hold on. I got to get up. This is the problem when you have motion sensor lights. All right, here we go. But yeah, like it's really just like this one student who has just been like, I don't want to say like the death of me because I don't want to speak death, but I would say has been my most challenging part of the year. And I think he is definitely a part of my burnout. I have tried so many different tactics with this kid, and the fact that he is like receptive for like 2 seconds and then like just keeps basically bullying everyone else in my classroom is nuts. And it's crazy to say this because I teach 4 year olds, you guys. Like, they're four. Like, they've only been on this earth for 4 years. They've only walked and breathed for 4 years. And for you to say that there is one kid who is like literally a terrorizer is like nuts to me. Like, I don't know. I've had some kids who obviously doesn't use their listening ears, whatever. But to be like, yo, this is actually out of control. This is crazy. Like, I've never, like, this kid told I'm laughing because it's like I just am so shocked. Like, who says this at 4? He told one of my students who is my door holder. He told my door holder, like, I'm gonna beat your friend up, and like jumped at her. It was just like, what in the world? Like, I was like, I'm sorry, like, what did you say? And of course, like, he like shrunk back because like he didn't want to repeat himself because he knew like it was out of control. But it's the fact that like, where are you getting this from? Like, why would you tell someone that you're going to beat their friend up? Like, where did you even get that from? Like, I don't understand. On top of the fact that he's like pushing people, yelling at people, on top of the fact that he punched someone in the stomach, like, it's just, this kid is nuts. On top of the fact, here's the ringer, you guys. This kid literally, no exaggeration, I think I just saw that fly like to the ground. Hopefully it went somewhere to die. Um, but this kid literally exposed himself to someone the other day, y'all. Like, literally opened the bathroom door and like had all of his junk out. And of course, it was a little girl outside of the door waiting to use the bathroom. And so she's like dead serious traumatized. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is nuts. And so obviously you try your best to like handle everything in house and not really looking competent or incapable of classroom management, right? Like, if you're a teacher, I mean, honestly, I think that's applicable in any field where you kind of feel like you don't want to go to like the big boss, or you don't want to go to someone for help because you don't want to look like you can't do your job. But when you have kids out here who are not receptive to multiple different types of behavior modification plans and whatever, and it's like literally exposing themselves to other people, like, this is crazy in a general ed classroom. Like, I've never, that was the first time I've had to call a parent about that situation because it was intentional. Like, it's one thing if they just came out the bathroom, they're like still pulling their stuff up. You're used to that. Therefore, they don't know. I mean, I was in the hallway the other day and I literally saw a kid's whole brown booty. Like, I was like, oh, okay. All right. Amen. Please pull your pants up. But like, they're young. So like, you're used to that type of behavior. It's another thing when a kid is thinking like, you know what, I'm going to open this door and no one good and daggone well, there might be someone out here and I'm just going to have all my stuff out. Like, literally, like, what in the world? Like, I don't know what this kid is exposed to at home. And it's scary. Like, it's just been like, this kid's been kicking my butt. I'm not going to lie. That is the first time I've admitted that out loud. But he has been kicking my butt because I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready. Like, I wasn't ready. I really was not ready. Like, I was just like, I don't know. Last year was a little bit tough, but I loved my kids last year. They were overall sweet and they were a challenging bunch, but I overall like loved them. And like, I grew to just be like, these are my babies and they'll talk about my babies, But this year, this little boy, I'm over him already. And it's really hard to say, like, again, in October, the beginning of October, by the way, it's only the 9th, that you're over it and you're over this one particular kid. Like, that is so scary to me. So, yeah, I didn't want this session to be like this chat and truth session to be all complaints. So I did want to just kind of give you guys a background of what has been going on and why I've been kind of like posting inconsistently. Again, one part of it is because I want to check out a new posting day and see how that works. But then the other part of it is my life has been kind of crazy. So I kind of been like posting when I can. Like, there has been a time, what was it? Was it last week where I don't know. By the time you're seeing this, it might be like the middle or the end of October. I don't know. But there was a time where I ended up posting on a Friday. Yeah, that was because Thursday I got to work and got all the way outside, my morning outside time, which is like around 11 a.m. And I was like, oh my God, I never edited my video and it's not posting today. Like that's how like insane it has been just trying to keep my head above water, you guys. It's nuts. So there's that. Again, I'm done with that. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a background of what's been going on. I did, however, get a couple of questions, and I really wanted this time. Let me check the time. Okay, I have some more time. I still wanted this time, or I wanted this time to be some advice, I guess, for new teachers or mentor teachers. And so now that we're done with all the backgrounds, let's get into this next topic, which is going to be first year teacher tips. So again, like I said, I'm slightly qualified for this, to kind of have this conversation or hold this conversation because I have been teaching for 6 years. I graduated from Roman University, which is a South Jersey school, in 2017 with a undergrad degree in history. I originally thought I was going to be like a middle school history teacher, and so I just went that route, and ended up, you guys, deciding to go back for my master's. So within 11 months, I want to say 11 months later, I decided to go and get my master's degree from Grand King University. And I have a master's in early childhood ed and early childhood special ed, which is absolutely amazing. I loved it. I actually got the chance to live in Arizona during the time I was in grad school, and it was like just a really great experience. That to say, I have worked in private settings, meaning like an early childhood center, like a daycare setting, if you will. I have also worked as like a long-term sub, which really really sucked because the pay was trash, but I was like a full teacher, like a whole teacher making sub pay and certified was crazy to me. But did that. I landed a couple of jobs here in Jersey. My certs had to get switched over from Arizona to New Jersey. And so when I first started teaching in a public school in New Jersey, I started in New Brunswick, which is, I call it North Jersey. If you are a Central Jerseyer, get out, get out. If you consider like anything above Trenton, Central Jersey or whatever, like you're crazy. No, if it's above Trenton, it's North Jersey. If it's below Trenton, it's South Jersey. Argue with your mama, don't argue with me. But anyway, that to say, I used to work in New Brunswick, which I consider again to be North Jersey. So I was there for like a leave replacement for a little bit, and I loved it. I loved my school atmosphere. I loved my mentor teacher there. I loved the team I was on. I taught kindergarten there. It was absolutely amazing. The commute sucked, but it was a good time to kind of like unwind, like going to and from work. It took me maybe like an hour, actually maybe like closer to an hour and a half really to get to work every day. It was not an easy commute, but I didn't notice it because I was in my groove. I was listening to music. I was chilling out. I was praying. I was like in my zone on the phone with girlfriends or whatever. So I never found it to be like a huge inconvenience. But, I eventually did move to like a South Jersey district. Was there for a year. Again, I was a POR teacher there, where I serviced students who were pre-K, kindergarten, and first grade. And I worked on their IEPs, wrote those, et cetera, et cetera. And then I moved to this current district. You guys, this year is the first year since starting teaching in public school where I've actually done a second year at a school district, which is like an amazing accomplishment for me, especially because like I said, I've kind of just been like hopping, right? So I took that job in New Brunswick in March of 2021. And then from there, I went to a different district for a year. And then I came to my current district. And, now again, this is my second year being here. And this is the first time where I felt comfortable enough and content to just kind of like settle and be like, you know what, it's okay. Like I can stay. I feel good. I feel safe. I feel heard. I feel in a good space. And I think that says a lot, especially because districts are not teaching treating teachers that well nowadays. Like, teachers are leaving the field left and right. There is a shortage for a reason. Like, there is a shortage for a reason. No one is being treated well, and we'll definitely talk about that. I actually don't know if I'm going to talk about that today or if I'm going to bring one of my teacher friends back on so we can discuss why we feel like there's a teacher shortage. I'm not sure yet, but I do want to talk about that topic. But anyway, all of that to say, I'm qualified because I've kind of been around the ringer to give a little bit of first year teacher tips. So, first tip that I will give the girlies or the guys, whoever is listening, first tip I would say is get connected with a vet. So, a veteran is someone who has been in the field or have been in that district for a while. Go, if they have summer trainings, if they have you know, I don't know, workshops or whatever before you actually start the job, if they have a Facebook page, if they have a community, whatever, start to get connected with some people. And I'm saying this is before you're even assigned your mentor teacher. Get connected with someone in the district, prayerfully someone who is a vet, someone who's been there, someone who knows the district, someone who knows what the expectations are. That is my first advice. Get connected. Again, there are so many different ways. You have your Facebooks, your Instagrams, or whatever. Most districts have them, townships have them. If they have events towards the end of the year, like say you're one of the people who get hired in April, if they have an event, oh, the fly is back. Cheese and crackers. I thought it went somewhere and died. Anyway, if they have like an event, like that maybe you can volunteer at since you're a new employee, whatever, try your very best to get involved. Even if you're not from that town, but you are just working in that town, see if there are some community events where you can get out there. Some of the teachers, especially in my district, they live in town and they go to the event. So if you're just out and about in some of those like community events, hopefully you stumble across someone. Get involved, get connected, find a community member, find a vet that can help you out, and kind of just give you like an idea. Now, I'm not saying you have to be best friends with that person for the rest of the time you're there, but if you just make that connection, if you don't already have a connection, I think that it will help your transition be a little bit smoother. Now, jumping to the next topic, mentor teachers. 110%, if you do not feel like you are getting what you need from your mentor teacher, ask for a change, period. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how realistic that is. I don't know if you can change a mentor teacher once someone already signs up for it. That you will have to ask your principal, HR rep, whoever. I have heard so many stories of people who felt like that their mentor teacher was not there, not available, not present, not really. They were basically just collecting a check. If you are unaware, you guys, first year teachers, you pay your mentor teacher like out of your check, at least in the state of New Jersey. Now, if they do it somewhere different, somewhere else, I'm not really sure. But in the state of New Jersey, you pay out of your check your money that you earn, that is a part of your salary, and it goes into the pocket of your mentor teacher. That to say, they work for you. Period. They work for you. You're a boss. You're the CEO. They work for you. Utilize them as much as you need them. Ask them questions, get their number, whatever case may be. Do not feel timid. Do not feel like you need to do it all by yourself. Do not feel like I am Superman or Superwoman and I got this. I don't need the help. No, even if you don't need the help, you legally, again, in the state of New Jersey, have to pay those people. So use them. Period. Oh, do you have this? Oh, I need this in there. Do you know where I can get this? I will be asking all of the questions and annoying the crap out of my mentor teacher and not caring because I pay you to answer those questions for me. And if you don't know the answer as a mentor teacher that they don't know, then they should be directing you to someone who knows. Like, there is no way, shape, or form where you should just be here or there seeing your mentor teacher and not getting the help or the questions that you need. And then you're going to that vet teacher that you made a connection with prior and you're asking them all the questions, yet they're not getting paid for it. Utilize your mentor teacher as much as possible. Ask all the questions because it's in your rights. It's in your rights. Just do it. So there is that. Do not feel like that you are Superwoman and you can't ask for help. Ask for help. Utilize that teacher that you have that is being paid to mentor you and get all the help that you need your first year. Next up, I will say first year teacher tip. I guess this is number three. Um, Number three, invest in quality stuff. And I'm saying that because these kids will break your stuff. Period. Period. They're going to break it. Now, let me differentiate on what I'm saying. Invest in quality stuff for yourself. Let me get a little bit deeper. If it's something for the kids, please don't invest it because they're going to break it is what I'm saying. But if it's something for yourself that you feel like you might need or that you might want or that might be useful, invest. Don't be afraid to spend the money for yourself. Prime example, I wanted an Apple Pen because I have an iPad that's assigned to me so I could take documentation in my classroom because my district uses creative curriculum. Whole spiel. I invested in it. Now, I will be honest, I did invest in a bootleg Apple Pencil, but it was something that I needed so that way I can better take notes while I'm in meetings and things of that nature. Invest. Don't be afraid to do so. When it comes to the kids stuff, please get the most inexpensive stuff that you possibly can get. Utilize the resources that are in this school that you were in as much as possible because those kids are going to rip it. So that leads to my next point. Utilize the school, your teachers, your parents that you have. Use them. Use them. Use them. Again, going back to point number two, don't feel like you're Superwoman. You can't do it. Utilize, ask for help, ask for questions. Ask questions that you have, ask for help, ask for resources, what I meant to say. Please ask them. Ask. I ask all the time. Oh, can I have this? Oh, we need this for that. I ask all the questions. You know why? Because in case you were unaware, teachers don't make squat diddly. Yeah, I'm sorry if you thought you were going to be rich in this field. We don't make that much money. It's actually quite sad, especially as a first year teacher. You're a first year teacher, 9 times out of 10, if you're setting up a classroom and getting things ready for your students, 9 times out of 10, you have just stepped out of the classroom yourself, right? You just graduated college. So that's to say you don't have money. You might have worked a summer job, but that doesn't mean that you have free flowing money to be invested in your classroom. Utilize the stuff that's in your building. Ask the parents to donate. Ask the building, can I have access to this? Is there any way someone can order this? Blah, blah. Ask. Create a classroom wish list. I have one on my Instagram. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I have one on Amazon and it's not listed on my Instagram. It's listed under my YouTube videos. Every description, I always have my classroom wish list. Now, at this point, yeah, we kind of well into our classroom, meaning our school year is what I mean to say. Are we well into our school year? Kind of, sort of. We're a month and some change in. Do I need some of the stuff that's on my list now? Yeah, I still do need it, which is why I posted underneath every video. But am I in dire need, like how I may have needed it in the beginning of the school year? No. That to say, create a wish list. Make it your graduation thing. You know, when you have a graduation party, hey, give me something, give me 2 things off my wish list. Whatever it is, make sure that you're asking for people to donate. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask your parents, your students' parents, your administration, whomever, your supervisor, whatever. Ask. Last things last that I will say, invest in a decent wardrobe. So, one thing, and this is like so far fetched, I was just talking about asking for help and all this other stuff, but invest. Oh, we gotta stand up again. There we go. Invest in a decent wardrobe. And I'm saying that because I have heard some of the veteran teachers who have been in the game for 20 plus years say how it is so important for them to invest in like the right kind of shoes. And it's not as important to be like super cute because once you get older, your feet are like gross and hurting or whatever. Invest in a type of wardrobe that you know that you're going to need for the long run, that are going to be the best investment for you. If the shoes are ugly, it's okay. You don't have to be super cute every day. You don't have to match the Instagram teachers or the Pinterest teachers. Do what's best for you. This is how I came to work today. I have a cardigan, a shirt, a pair of jeans, and I have my platform chucks on. This is a comfy outfit. I actually have something to do after this today. But for me, I feel comfortable. I feel good. I don't feel restricted. I don't feel uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form. Invest in the wardrobe that is going to make the most sense for you. Go thrifting. Go to liquidation shops. Go shop the clearance rack. Whatever it is, invest in some of those good pieces. Cardigans are always going to be a good thing. Blouses are always a safe bet, even if you have a more casual dressing district like I do. A good pair of sneakers with some cushion. If you are up and standing most of the time and your district allows you to wear sneakers, invest in a good pair of sneakers, because let me tell you, you're going to be up. You're going to be running around. You are 110% going to need some good quality stuff. So once you get your first check, set some stuff aside for yourself. So that way you can invest even the more back into yourself. I think that that's all I'm going to talk about in reference to that today. If you have any more questions, please comment down below. Follow me on Instagram, DM me, ask me what it is that you need. I think all my contact info is below, but I'll see if I can drop it on the screen too. If you want to go ahead and get in contact with me, reach out. If you have any questions, please, this is your platform. I record these videos and I talk and I chat it and for 30 plus minutes just to talk to you guys, just to kind of give you guys some hints, some advice, whatever the case may be. As of today, I just want to say thank you guys so much for listening to my rant. I know that's been so long and I've been talking about so much. And honestly, when I edit this, I don't even know if this is going to make sense. But I appreciate you sitting and watching through this video. Next up, the next teacher topic talk video, I do think I'm going to bring on one of my teacher friends, so definitely stay tuned for that. I'm sure the conversation will be very intriguing, depending on which friend. Actually, either teacher friend I put on should be pretty funny. So I hope that you guys are doing well, looking well, and feeling well. And without further ado, I will see you guys next week. Peace.